Ulaanbaatar, formerly anglicized as Ulaanbaatar, is the capital and most populous city of Mongolia. The municipality is located in north-central Mongolia at an elevation of about 1,300 meters in a valley on the Tul River. The city was originally founded in 1639 as a nomadic Buddhist monastic center, changing location 28 times, and was permanently settled at its current location in 1778. During its early years, as Ogu, it became Mongolia's preeminent religious center and seat of the Ulaanbaatar Khutuktu, the spiritual head of the Geleg lineage of Tibetan Buddhism in Mongolia. Following the regulation of King Russian trade by the Treaty of Kyakhta in 1727, a caravan route between Beijing and Kyakhta opened up, along which the city was eventually settled. With the collapse of the Qing Empire in 1911, the city was a focal point for independence efforts, leading to the proclamation of the Bogd Khanate in 1911 led by the 8th Ulaanbaatar Khutuktu, and again during the Communist Revolution of 1921. With the proclamation of the Mongolian People's Republic in 1924, the city was officially renamed Ulaanbaatar and declared the country's capital. Modern urban planning began in the 1950s, with most of the old Gur districts replaced by Soviet-style flats. In 1990, Ulaanbaatar was a major site of demonstrations that led to Mongolia's transition to democracy and a market economy. Since 1990, an influx of migrants from the rest of the country has led to an explosive growth in its population, a major portion of which live in Gur districts, which has led to harmful air pollution in winter. Governed as an independent municipality, Ulaanbaatar is surrounded by Tov province, whose capital Ulaanbaatar lies 43 kilometers south of the city, with a population of just under 1.5 million as of 2020. It contains almost half of the country's total population. It is the country's cultural, industrial and financial heart, the center of Mongolia's transport network and connected by rail to both the Trans-Siberian Railway in Russia and the Chinese railway system. Ulaanbaatar has been given numerous names in its history. Before 1911, official names included Nomin Kuri in the folk song, Praise of Bogdin Kuri. Other names were Da Kuri, was rendered into Western languages as Kulan or Kuran. In Western languages, the city at that time was most often referred to as Urja. Upon independence in 1911, with both the secular government and the Bogd Khan's palace present, the city's name was changed to Nizal Kuri. When the city became the capital of the new Mongolian People's Republic in 1924, its name was changed to Ulaanbaatar. In Europe and North America, Ulaanbaatar continued to be generally known as Urja or Khur until 1924, and afterward as Ulaanbaatar. However, the name of the city was spelled Ulaanbaatar Koto during the decade in which Mongolia used the Latin alphabet. Today, English speakers sometimes refer to the city as Ub. Human habitation at the site of Ulaanbaatar dates from the Lower Paleolithic, with a number of sites on Bogd Khan, Bayant Ukha and Songinukher Khan mountains, revealing tools which date from 300,000 years ago to 40,000 to 12,000 years ago. These Upper Paleolithic people hunted mammoth and woolly rhinoceros, the bones of which are found abundantly around Ulaanbaatar. A number of Xiongnu-era royal tombs have been discovered around Ulaanbaatar, including the tombs of Belk Gorge near Dambadajalam Monastery and tombs of Songinukher Khan. Located on the banks of the Tul River, Ulaanbaatar has been well within the sphere of Turco-Mongol nomadic empire throughout history. Wang Khan, Torul of the Kerarites, a Nestorian Christian monarch whom Marco Polo identified as the legendary Prester John, is said to have had his palace here and forbade hunting in the holy mountain Bogd Uyul. The palace is said to be where Genghis Khan stayed with Yesui Khatun before attacking the Tangut in 1226. Founded in 1639 as a yurt monastery, Ulaanbaatar, originally Ogu in what is now Burdsum, Overkhangi, around 230 kilometers southwest from the present site of Ulaanbaatar, and was intended by the Mongol nobles to be the seat of Ulaanbaatar. The first Ulaanbaatar Khutuktu, Ulaanbaatar returned to Mongolia from Tibet in 1651, and founded 7 AIMAGS in Urja, later establishing 4 more. As a mobile monastery town, it was often moved to various places along the Selenge, Okhong and Tool rivers, as supply and other needs would demand. During the Zungar Wars of the late 17th century, it was even moved to Inner Mongolia. As the city grew, it moved less and less. The movements of the city can be detailed as follows. Shirit Zagan Nur, Ogumo, Dagandel, Jugland, Bergoltai, Uliaste River, Udleg, Uliaste River and Selb. In 1778, the city moved from Kahi Mandal and settled for good at its current location, near the confluence of the Selb and Tool rivers, and beneath Bogd Khan Uu, at that time also on the Karavanar.